EA Sports have officially announced that Ultimate Scream is coming on Friday, but we've known that for a while now. What's undeniably spooky in Ultimate Team is my 6-1 record in FUT Champs. I don't know what kind of demon has possessed me this weekend, but we are absolutely cooking with an untradeable squad on our new account. It's honestly not that impressive of a team, but we are absolutely slapping players that have teams that are 10 times, 100 times the value of what we're working with. I'm pretty hyped up. My ego is through the roof, but we've got a lot to talk about today that is aside from my incredible, impeccable gameplay. And it has to do with the bombazos that we've been receiving from the leakers over on Twitter. We don't just have League SBCs leaked. We don't just have more end-of-an-era SBCs leaked. We don't just have Icon SBCs leaked. We don't just have Ultimate Scream players leaked. We've got even more than that. We're covering all of it today and what you should be buying to prepare yourself for this absolutely insane Ultimate Scream promo that is dropping this Friday. If you're excited for today's video, drop a like right now. We're going for 400 likes. That would be absolutely incredible. And let's hop into it. What's the most important thing in FC 26 Ultimate Team? It's coins. And where can you get the cheapest coins? At Loot Bar. It's the cheapest and it's the safest coin trading platform on the entire market. It's 10% cheaper than all the other platforms. And if you use my code Nitro, they're going to give you an extra 8%. And if that's not enough percent, they're going to give you 5% more coins than what you even paid for. Loot Bar has quick delivery within a half an hour. Big creators use it, and it also has great reviews. Don't forget code Nitro at checkout. I've got more information in today's video than any other of my FC 26 videos, and one of the big reasons is all of the leakers have kind of panic leaked everything they know because Jake Foot Trading is starting to leak things as well. This is a guy who has a connection to EA Sports now. He's actually one of my friends in this community. You've seen him in videos in the past on this channel if you've been subscribed for a while, but he's starting to leak things that the other leakers in the leaking community, I guess you could call it, aren't even ready to release yet. And so once they saw Jake was releasing things and they did not plan on that, they just released everything they know. And I'm going to show you that today, along with the investments that we're going to make along with that. Starting with the Sergio Busquets, we know this card is coming. We've known about it, and it's supposed to drop on Wednesday, by the way. So this is going to come out on Wednesday very, very shortly. This card is going to make a big impact on the market, and he's going to be under 300,000 coins, making it affordable to most of the community, given the fact that it's got meta stats, a good playstyle plus with the Tiki Taka plus, and it's got the icon chemistry. I think a lot of people are going to do this, which means that you need to stay away from center mids and CDMs. Cards like De Jong, you definitely don't want to have in your club right now. Tradable. Get rid of these cards. They are going to crash. In fact, a lot of people have probably been getting rid of them over the course of the last couple of days in preparation for this Sergio Busquets SBC. You can see he was about 146 to 150. He's now down to 138,000 coins. He's going to go much lower once this Sergio Busquets drops, in my opinion, because people are going to be replacing their center mids and CDMs with that new Sergio Busquets card. So Frankie de Jong's one of them. You've got Tiani Reinders. I think he's going to be negatively affected by it. Patrick Guiaro is going to go down in price. Even some of the icons could maybe even go down in price. Cloud Makalele, who's another, center defensive mid, center mid. This is a card that I think will go down in price because of this Sergio Busquets SBC, and it's not just limited to those. I would stay completely away from center mids right now because that's not the only center mid SBC on the way. We're also going to get a Pogba SBC, and you get to choose between one or the other. One of them is going to have Incisive Plus, and the other is going to have something else. I'm not sure what it is. I think it actually might be the Rolls Pluses, like what is it? Let me actually find this. There it is. Intercept Plus and Incisive Plus. So it will be those playstyle pluses. Intercept Plus and Incisive Plus are the two playstyles you're going to be able to choose from. Now, if the card looks anything like this, I'm extremely excited for it. I assume that EA Sports are probably not going to drop that kind of budget to actually make the cards look cool. I don't think they can afford to spend $20 on a guy on Fiverr to make these kind of things, but that is an absolutely insane design that we can see right here from FIFA Trading Romania, and those are some of the predictive stats, I think, but it might be actually the confirmed stats. I'm not sure, but either way, Pogba is a very, very good SBC that's going to have an impact on the CDMs, center attacking mids, and center center mid market. So a lot of the midfielders are going to get replaced this week. And that's where cards like Jude Bellingham might even come into play. And he'll drop in price as well. So I would just stay away from any center mids, center attacking mids, or CDMs. Tradable. Just do not invest in them this week. It's just not worth it. They're probably going to be crashing in price. But again, that's not the only SBC we've got to talk about, because we've got Jordi Alba coming as an end of an era SBC. Now, with Sergio Busquets dropping on Wednesday, tomorrow, I'm expecting Jordi Alba maybe to be a little bit further out. We might be a week away from this Jordi Alba actually dropping into the game. But obviously, both of them being at Inter Miami, both of them being Spanish, it could have a positive impact on Inter Miami and Spanish players in the overall game. Now, here's the thing. These cards don't need any chemistry. It's not like you're going out and getting Jordi Alba and you need to get the Busquets and you need to get Messi and you need to get Suarez to link with that card. You don't need a bunch of MLS players. They already have full chemistry. But I don't think that it will hurt the overall market for Spanish and for MLS players, excuse me. So I think that overall those cards will slightly rise. I just don't think that they're going to have the kind of impact that a card that needs chemistry, such as that Paul Pogba that we just talked about, would. So with that being said, here are some of the investments that I would go for Paul Pogba. Ansu Fati's inform card, I think, is absolutely spectacular, but take a look at what has happened to his price over the last few hours. He's gone from 15,000 coins. He peaked at over 20K. He's kind of come down a little bit. I would wait on this Ansu Fati, but if you can get that card for maybe 17,000 coins or less, that could be a great investment right there as an investment to link with the Paul Pogba. Then you've also got cards like Akliouche, who are in the exact same nation and the exact same club, obviously, with Akliouche being at Monaco and France. The only problem with him is the fact that Pogba also plays center attacking mid, which is probably where I would play this Akliouche card instead of at right wing or right mid. He can play both, but you could also put both of them in the midfield. Pogba could be a center mid, like a 6 or an 8. Then Akliouche could be a center attacking mid. It is a hyperlink. It is the perfect link, and that's why I think Akliouche could be a decent shout. And the other one that's kind of a long shot, but she is a very, very good card that a lot of people overlook, and she's kind of risen a ton since she actually came out. You take a look at that graph. When she was actually released, a couple days in, she was 13,000 coins, rose all the way up to 24K, has kind of been settling down, actually at 22K. It's not a bad buy right there. Maybe anything less than that could be decent, but she could also positively benefit from that Pogba SBC dropping. Good link right there, being a French right back with good stats, and also is out of packs. Somehow we're not even stopping there, guys. A new SBC Max 87 icon is on its way, so let's go ahead and do the math. We've got Pogba, Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alba, a Max 87 icon SBC, and on top of that, I think the 87 Hero SBC is going to refresh on Wednesday, which means that this card will come out this weekend, most likely on Sunday. But over the course of the next few days, you've got a few things to think about in terms of fodder cards, guys. So fodder cards are a move. Once again, these cards are going to be brilliant over the next couple of days. Only problem is a couple of these SBCs like Jordi Alba, Paul Pogba, and that icon SBC might come out after that Scream promo begins, after FUT Champs begins. However, over the next couple of days, we could see these cards rise, because I think that we're going to get that Sergio Busquets SBC, the refresh of the 87 Hero SBC, and that's going to move 87 rated fodder, 86 rated fodder, even 85s will probably go over 4,000 coins. 88 rated fodder could be safe, but might not move as much. Once you get to 89s, you're kind of swinging for the fences, going for that home run. Could work out for you. They are 22,000 coins, which is a little bit higher than what they've been as well, but you get a Sergio Busquets SBC that needs, 89 rated cards, then you're looking at a huge boom on these. But we already know that that Sergio Busquets SBC is supposed to be under 300,000 coins. Makes me think this range is where you want to go for 85s to 88s. Even the 84s could be solid because of the fact that they are so good right now. These cards have been bouncing from 1.2 to 1.6K a lot. Now, I know that's not the profit we were initially looking for, but that's still profit. You think about a card going from 120,000 coins to 160,000 coins. That's basically what these cards do every single week. You buy 100 of them, and you've got that investment right there. You could even go unassigned if you really wanted to. I've seen some people go like 40,000 cards unassigned. Obviously, we can't do that on our new account. We don't have that many coins yet, but it's not a bad idea. If you can get in at 1.2K or 1.1K on those 84s, you're going to make coins. It is guaranteed, no risk, and high reward, especially if you buy a lot of them. So I think that these are really good. But another reason I do think that these cards will work out a ton is because once Ratings Reloads, is coming towards the end, people aren't really going to be wanting to open packs for Ratings Reloads. That means that they're not going to open their division rival rewards. They're not going to open their marquee matchup rewards. It's going to be a low supply for the rest of the week because people will save their packs for Friday when this Ultimate Screen promo comes around. So you're going to be building the demand for fodder with all these SBCs this week, but you're not going to have the supply that you normally do because people are saving their packs for Friday. Now, will there be a little bit of a drop on Friday? There could be, especially if there's not a good SBC to kind of complement that supply of fodder cards. But I think that over the course of Monday all the way to Thursday, you're going to be looking at these fodder cards really rising, and most of that rise will probably come on Wednesday. We're not done yet. We've got a lot more to talk about. League SBCs are back soon. They're not going to look like this, most likely. I hope they would, or maybe if they gave a good player in return like they used to be years and years ago. I still remember cards like that Luis Suarez, I think it was like 94 rated card that you got for completing a League SBC. Those were the golden days. It's probably going to be like a mixed leagues SBC, something similar to what we saw last year that gives some packs in return, but realistically, it's more work than it's even worth doing in terms of that SBC. But nonetheless, we know how much of an impact it has on the market. Libertadores cards are already up to 800 coins and beyond. These are the cheapest cards in the game. It's a good sniping filter if you wanted to go out and snipe cards from Libertadores or Sudamericana. You can see 750 is actually the very cheapest at the moment, so you could snipe any of these cards, which a lot of people list for 300 coins still because they don't know that they go for 700, and those are the cheapest ones at 700. A lot of them are over 1,000 coins already. So check your clubs, get to sniping, because Libertadores and Sudamericana cards have skyrocketed in price. You could even get cheeky and look for some other leagues, but I think these are the two main ones that I would focus on if you're investing, if you're trading, if you're sniping. These are the ones that are really, really hyped up right now, and I would honestly sell into the hype for most of these cards because a lot of them, especially these 75 rateds that are super cheap, I think will probably come back down, whereas there will be certain cards that will be super expensive and probably go up to over 2,000, 3,000 coins, at least on the first couple days of the release of these League SBCs. But we've also got leaked cards that are coming to the actual promo of Ultimate Scream, and you saw a couple of them in the thumbnail. Kimmich is one of them. He's going to be an orange card because the normal players in the game are going to be the orange design right there, which I think is a pretty cool design, although I guess that's supposed to be a werewolf teeth right there. I think it looks more like it's a T-Rex, and I don't really love the vibe of that, but I do think it is definitely the coolest design that we've had yet for Ultimate Team. And then we've got this one, which honestly might be even cooler. I think the blue one might be cooler than the orange one. And these are for hero cards, so we're going to get heroes in this promo as well. Alawiron is one of them. Di Natale is another one. And then we've got one leaked evolution to also cover, which is a Ratings Reload evolution for right mids, dribbling boosted. I don't know if this is going to be that good of an evolution. We haven't had too many evolutions that have really changed the market other than ones that like fit that Marcus Rashford and he went to the moon. But Pepe fits. This day Frutos card fits. So we know that the maximum is 83 at least, and there's not really a pace maximum. So there could be a lot of other cards that are right mids that might fit into this evolution that could shoot up like that Marcus Rashford did last week for the left mids. So just keep an eye out for that evolution. Could be some investments, but I don't really want to speculate because I don't exactly know the requirements for this quite yet. I know that was a lot of information to digest. I wanted to get it to you guys as quickly and efficiently as possible. I know this video probably could have been 45 minutes long if we went in depth to everything. We'll go a little bit more in depth tomorrow, but if I had to leave you guys with one thing, I think fodder is my favorite investment right now because of all the SBCs, because of the lack of supply and people saving their packs for Friday, because it is so safe right now and should be a guaranteed rise, and because the meta market might be dropping a little bit due to the hype of Ultimate Scream. All of that points towards fodder for me, which means that I would go into these investments rather than the meta market, especially those center mids as we talked about. But if you guys want more trades, check out the live trading service by Pepe. It is absolutely incredible. He's the #1 trader trader of all time. And as you can see right there on the phone, he sends you these trades, players to buy, what to buy them for, what to sell them for, when to sell them. It'll make you millions of coins this year, millions of coins maybe every single month. And you can get involved right now for 2 weeks, €5 to get in, and you can get an entire year, which actually would leak into FC27 for $19.99 a month. You guys can go for either one. The link is at the top of the description. Next level FUT trading. I couldn't suggest it any more to you guys. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. 400 likes is what we're going for, and we're also almost at 160,000 subscribers. If you can help me get there, that would be absolutely awesome. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.